Hello and welcome to yet another video. Today's episode is going to be very special. We are at the garage in Kochi and joining us is our legendary friend who's redefined the car modding scene in Kerala, Mr. Muneem from Galaxy Premium Car Accessories. And now Muneem is quickly going to showcase to you guys what we are planning to do in today's episode.
Hi everyone. So me and my friend Rahul, we have had a very long-term friendship / work together. We've been trying to dish out tunes for the Jimny for quite some time, but the R&D wasn't quite done yet. So once we were done tuning a couple of cars and running it on Rahul's dyno in Bangalore, we are confident enough to push it out. So unlike other tuners that I have worked with in the past, Rahul does not do half-hearted jobs anymore. He never used to. So what we are doing today is all the friends of ours and people in the community, people in the know-how have come together to give us the Jimnys for a stage 1 tune. So Jimnys are like as expected become a cult classic right now. Every single Jimny you see would be bespoke, like how you see a Mini Cooper or something, because not one car is same to the next one. Every single person would be modding it. You can see different types of grills, you can see different types of tires, different types of wheels, paint jobs, custom paint jobs, suspensions, even the intakes or snorkels on some cars. Every single Jimny is special, and this has caught on like wildfire right now. It had very low acceptance at first. People were complaining about the prices. A lot of people waited for the price drop to happen. Now people are blindly going ahead and buying the Jimny because it is such a cute little thing to have. Tunes. So coming to the tunes of the Jimnys, all of the cars would be running a stage 1 tune, even though they are having slight hardware changes. But a properly dyno tested file that we are flashing is good enough for any car, since none of the basic hardware on the car is different. So that's what we are doing today. Rahul, can
And yeah, so basically over the last couple of months we've been dyno testing a lot of the Jimnys and data logging them. Now we are pretty happy with the files that we have. Although we have all of these files tested, we're going to be taking a couple of cars and we're actually going to be taking them out for a data log, and then we'll flash a stage 1 tunes on them and we'll do a couple of data log runs again and see how it goes.
So one major difference is that Rahul resides in Bangalore, his setup is in Bangalore, his dyno is in Bangalore. The elevation over there is slightly higher. That is not something that a lot of people account for. Whatever car performance better in Bangalore might not do the same in Cochin, because we are at sea level. Rahul is sitting at 800,
900 meters or 3,000 feet.
Yeah, 3,000 feet height. So we have to data log these cars, even though our tunes are tried and tested, and make slight adjustments as required. So that's what we're going to do today. So the garage has been running their show for quite some time, but they just properly got into this new space very recently. It's been hardly 6 months now that they have been running this space. Before that I was handling the Harmonixx scene over here in Cochin. But since we want to cater to a bigger market, I'm just looking at the back-end operations of Harmonixx in Cochin right now. Rahul is doing the R&D and development at Bangalore. I support them as and how required over here. That's the scene over here right now. So my firm, I run Galaxy Premium Car Accessories. We've been in the scene for the last 20 years now. I'm mostly into audio and interior modes and all these suspension modes and all those things. Tuning is something that I had to take up because of my passion for cars, and Rahul have been assisting me in that to no end. He have been helping me fix a lot of cars that have been messed up. Most of the Jimnys are automatics. This is the only one or two cars we got which are manual. So this car we have done a stage 1, and this is running some GT momentum intake and ruthenium plug or whatever. I'm not a big fan of all those, but slight difference it would be there on an NA car, right? There might be.
I doubt, but yeah, I mean, it's probably better to have some new plugs thrown in on these engines rather than having old plugs where the gap might have increased and the plugs might have been worn out. I guess this car has done about 29,000 kilometers, so yeah, roughly 30,000 kilometers is where we recommend to change the spark plugs on these cars.
Through the rev ranges, it's much more peppier. This car is pretty nice to drive because it is not running a very tall suspension mode. This is running a 20 mm lift kit with a Koni suspension on it, Koni dampers, and IBAC lift springs, I guess. So it's pretty decent compared to all the other cars, but not everyone likes this much of lift. Everybody wants the 2-inch lift. This is basically a 1-inch lift. This car I had done some decent enough audio setup also. This is running a front 2-way active and sub in the boot, Glade and sub and all that. Sounds really nice too.
The lights are really nice.
Lights are also modded by me. That sound is basically from the intake. This car is otherwise pretty silent. We'll take out another car and drive and it will be super silent. That GT momentum gives that intake roar. We'll just turn around and go back. It's pretty bad traffic anyways.
No point trying to push the car with this amount of traffic around. I think after 4 you can feel that surge.
Yeah, it is nice.
Coming in.
Hello everybody. So day 2 of the Jimny remap sessions. We are at the garage. Agil is here with us. For people who don't know Agil, there are very few who would not know Agil. He's been in the industry since he was like this big. Like, I don't know. I've been seeing him driving cars even when even it was illegal to drive. So Agil has been doing his rounds of rallying scene and all that. He knows his cars. He does a lot of these kick-ass builds. In fact, this Jimny belongs to Agil. This is a showstopper for, or like a book build of how to do a Jimny over here. So obviously, since he owns the place, his car has been mapped. So I would like to get your feedback as to how it's been post-map. And of course, you have driven cars which are like way more powerful after the tune, but the 8 bhp or whatever that we are making on this car on an NA engine, that is the best that we can do, as Rahul had told earlier. How is the feedback on this?
So first things first, so this car is not fast. So we should, first, realize that. So the car has only driven 105 kilometers. So I've done the stage 1 already. But the drive has become more peppy. There is some there was some sluggish in the beginning of the drive, but it has become more comfortable now. It is not a powerful map, but it'll make your drive a little smoother. So yeah, that's what I think.
From all the cars that we had done yesterday, I started getting feedbacks from the customers. Because till now only very few cars had been done by us because it was still in the R&D process. Now, ever since we had cars which had come all the way from Calicut and Pala and all that, people have driven back and they have started giving us feedbacks. Everyone is like super happy, as in this is serious drivability related difference in the tunes that we have put. The low end has increased quite decently. I'm not gonna say that it's a huge difference and all, but on the manual cars, yes, definitely there is a serious difference in the low end because the gear shifting has reduced a lot. That's what I've been told yesterday. I also felt it when I drove that car yesterday. on the automatics as well, on the higher end, say like 4000 RPM and upwards, there seems to be some serious change in the way the engine is behaving right now.
So
it
in
is
fact,
lagging more.
Yeah, Rainer was one of our friends got a remap yesterday, and he drove all the way from
Yeah,
Kochi to
funny
Calicut.
thing, he had a car which he just bought used, and he did not know that in fact it had a tune in it. We took a read on it, and that's when we understood that the car was already mapped. But he was getting a pretty bad fuel efficiency on that car. Ever since the tune, he went back to Calicut. He managed to get 13.2 for a fuel efficiency on the highways yesterday. Pretty decent for an automatic car. That is pretty decent, except for people like Mr. Vivekji, who's getting his Jimny also tuned today. He's the only one that I know of who's hypermiling that car, getting 16 and all.
No,
But-
he actually told me, like, see, I'm very comfortable with the, whatever power the car has, he's very comfortable with the
How
stock
did you
map.
convince him of all the people on this planet?
That's a secret between. I
No,
hope he
Vivekji
doesn't see
usually
it.
keeps his cars super stock. Getting him to do a tune is a huge thing.
That's the first thing he told me. In fact, like he's like, Akhil, I'm very comfortable with the stock power and stock whatever the car is behaving.
the-
So it's like, see,
the basic
who
thing is
doesn't
that,
like
yeah.
a difference,
Yeah, that is there. And also, it's not a huge difference that we are going to make.
That's what I told him. Like, don't expect big, but it'll make your
Drivability a little bit better. So that's it for day 2. We have, even for tomorrow also, I think we have 1 or 2 more cars lined up.
3 cars are coming tomorrow.
3 cars are coming tomorrow also. So thank you so much. We'll keep updating on this video. Hi everybody, coming back to the 3rd day of the Jimny remap sessions. We did quite a lot of cars in the last 3 days. Today we are wrapping up. It's quite late into the night, so we'll just wrap up and tell you what the feedback is, because from day 1 we've been getting cars, right? So cars which have been coming to us from long and far away, all of them have returned, and they've been giving super positive reviews about it. So one huge thing is nobody expected serious feedback on such a tiny engine with an NA engine, which everybody said makes a very minuscule power. In fact, it is very minuscule. Say at sea levels, it might be making about 8 bhp, or with a intake and other modes, it might be making a max of 10 bhp. But what Rahul had dynoed in Bangalore was hardly 6.5. 6. So
But that's with the filters and. But in Bangalore.
in Bangalore, yes, the elevation was higher. So at sea levels, NA engines behave entirely differently.
So I think probably 2 bhp more.
That would be
sea level.
what we can actually feel over here. But other than that, a lot of people, I mean, this is your car. You tell me what you are feeling. You would be the best to say.
Yeah, so there is actually a good difference, actually, a good noticeable difference while you cruise around in the city. So there was a sluggishness in the low end, the 1500 to 2000 RPM. There's a good difference now, and then post 3500 RPM too, there's a difference as well. So yeah, so we are not expecting too much power for the
massive gains we never expected in the first place. But
so we already told
people who are very particular about, or what can we say, who can judge small things like this, have given us feedbacks that the car was struggling to get to 80 kilometers and all. Now that has completely changed. It has that eagerness, that is the exact word that person said. It has that eagerness to get to higher speed, and it's not very sluggish while pottering around traffic. It had that habit of being super sluggish at the really low end.
And when you when you stop at a traffic signal, when you start from it, so it never used to go.
It never used to go. You had to prod the throttle a little bit.
It takes around 1 to 2 seconds to go. So that has
completely changed.
Completely changed. So it is a good difference. You don't have to throttle. You just have to take off from the brakes and it'll just go. So yeah, I think it's a feel good map. It's a feel good map. Yeah, it's a win. It's a win. So we have got reviews from quite a lot of people who travel from Kochi to Calicut, Kochi to Kottayam, and in and around city. So we actually asked them good reviews, and I think probably everyone is happy.
Super happy
with the tiny map we have.
and the mileage.
Actually,
People who
13.5.
13.5 for a normal driver and up to 17 kilometers for the dude who's hypermiling. And yeah, that is pretty decent. I mean, nobody have told that the Jimny would be like performing that well with a just a stage 1 tune. So we shall wrap this up, but before that, Akhil have been racing cars ever since I met him, like when he was like 15 years old or something. He's been kart racing and all that. So coming from fast cars, oh, by the way, he wins every single podium. Every race that he takes part in, he comes back with a bunch of trophies. So coming from fast cars to why a Jimny of all the things?
See, I love the character of the car. It's not just the engine, but firstly, I love how the car looks, even though it's a tiny box. I love how it looks, and then it's the character. You know, I never craved, for a car like this. You know, as in like being a Maruti car. You know,
he has quite a lot of cars, most of them vintage, but this is in fact his first new car.
But again, a retro car. Didn't want to look new. so probably that, it does have that, a retro
old school
look.
character, old school character to it. And the color. This is a very OEM color.
Yeah, right? OEM color. Yeah. So I never, I didn't want to do anything fancy. It's called chiffon ivory. We never got it in India, but it's there abroad, Japan and other places.
Yeah, I've seen this in Dubai. I've seen this in Japan.
Yep, and it's not a very, it's a very rare sight to see the color, but I love how it looks.
And I have done up quite nicely the IPFs and
so
very,
mostly
very little things that he have put together, like the cherry blossom at the back. That just is some really good attention to detail. Gotta give it to you. Or those OEM wheels painted white. I mean, nobody in their mind would have thought that this wheel would look that kick-ass just being painted white.
Plus the white, it goes well with the white. So
white
and
roof,
it's not the same white on the roof. So if I painted the same white on the roof, the color won't pop up. So so I wanted it to be a pearl white, so that it's not that as bright as the wheels. So yeah, and tiny bits of things like the STL Street Track Life. It's a Japanese Jimny culture there.
All the culturally significant things.
Yeah, and you know how we love Japan. So yeah, so that's about it.
Kick-ass build, Akhil. And hoping to do more Jimnys in the future. This car will be getting my personal touches would be there coming soon. This will be the first car to get a E-tone two-way speaker upgrade when everyone is going the Pioneer route, because that is the only straight ahead Jimny fit speakers. Those are just quite okay, nothing great to write home about. But this car will be getting a E-tone two-way component system, the PRA 13 specific for the Jimny. It does not come with the adapters though, but it is 5-quarter speakers and DSP and a subwoofer very soon. Then we are planning on what suspension to put. Usual choice would be the Tough Dog or the Ironman, or maybe even the Old Man Emu. We're still contemplating that. Other than that, cosmetically the tires are done, the wheels are sorted.
What else
we'll see.
Just thinking what else to do. I mean, in 150 kilometers, I think we have,
Yeah, the Odo is at 150 kilometers. So much have been done. Let's wrap this up. So thank you so much, and Rahul.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
I would like to thank you also for helping us out with this kick-ass build.
So what's really interesting is when I got a call from these guys a couple of days ago, they actually said we have a couple of Jimnys to tune, so why don't you come down and let's have a good time. And once we got here, the first day we did 6 Jimnys, and day 2 we had another 6 Jimnys. So we've tuned quite a lot of these, and I personally wanted to come check out Akhil's car simply because I've been seeing a lot of Instagram posts on this particular Jimny, and the paint job is absolutely fantastic. I still remember because I think Muneem and myself were in Dubai to get some BMW ECUs unlocked. And in the apartment that we were staying, we actually saw one of these Jimnys with the exact same color. And I still remember Muneem actually taking a photograph and saying that he wanted to send it to Akil because he wanted to check out.
Getting painted.
Yeah.
I remember
So this color is really beautiful and very subtle touches. And like Muneem was mentioning earlier, the cherry blossoms at the back, that was a beautiful touch on this particular build. So yeah, so like these guys have been mentioning, I've been personally talking to all the owners who've gotten their Jimnys tuned in the last couple of weeks. We've got some great feedback. So now we'll go back to the drawing board and see if we can improve the tune a little more. And the added advantage right now is with ethanol blends moving up to 20% on regular fuel and XP95, we might have some scope to run more ignition timing and try to eke out a little more power from these engines. But let's give it a couple of months. Let's see how the ethanol blending goes here on. And then we'll take a call and we'll update you guys on the updates with these Jimny engines. Thank you so much, guys.